What's going on, YouTube, fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story. There's a lot of twists and turns in this case. For the day one, fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. Let's get right into the story. If you have any understanding about life, then we all know tomorrow is not promised. When you leave your house, walk outside that door, you never know what could take place because we live in a crazy world. Most people think if I move me and my family to a nice neighborhood, we should be okay and less likely to encounter a dangerous situation. But in reality, it's not an environment thing. Whether you live in the trenches or suburbs, anything could happen because it's a people thing. What I mean by that is, all over the world, we all live around individuals that have anger issues, trauma, mental health problems, or just misplaced anger and aggression. You don't have to be the person they have a problem with. Just around them in the wrong place at the wrong time. Something small can turn into something major. For example, a dude argued with his wife this morning. His bills are past due. He can't provide for his family. He has the weight of the world on his shoulders. His problems is not directly with you, but if y'all cross paths, a wrong look, now he is ready to crash out and take it all out on you. Regardless of that, we all have to live, go places, handle business, and navigate life. But we never think something as simple as a trip to the store will end with us not making it home to our families. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Detroit, Michigan to discuss the case of two friends, a quick store run that took a turn for the worse. Back in 2023, 37-year-old Gregory Kelly was navigating life in Detroit. Gregory was a father of 3 kids, with his oldest being 14. He had graduated from Wayne State University and made his living as a substitute teacher. Often, he liked to get together and hang out with close friends. Described as that one friend who wanted to help everybody out. If you had a problem, help find a solution and see people happy. His right-hand man was another 37-year-old man named David. The two had knew each other since grade school and had grew up together, rotating through the streets of Detroit. So it was only right when Cinco de Mayo came around and the two friends wanted to step out and have a few drinks, they went together. On May 6, 2023, Gregory and David were out on the town, enjoying their city, when they decided they needed a few things from the store. They headed to a gas station, the Mobile on West Nicholas Road. In the store was a 60-year-old man. The store clerk, 22-year-old Al Hassan Ayash, and a 27-year-old man named Samuel McCray. Samuel had came to the store driven by his mother. By the time Gregory and David walked in, he was angry at the clerk because his purchase of $3 and some change on his card was declined for some snacks. Samuel and Al Hassan went back and forth about his card declining before Samuel decided he would just leave the store with the items in hand. But from behind the glass, Al Hassan hit the lock, locking Samuel in, but also David, Gregory, and the other 60-year-old customer at the store. As Samuel got irritated, he told the clerk to let him out or he was going to do something crazy, claiming he had a gun and he would shoot everybody in the store. But the clerk told him he wasn't going to open the door. Gregory, being the problem solver he was, told Al Hassan, like, bro, I will pay for the stuff, just open the door. Plus the friends were ready to leave the location. As Samuel pushed on the door and saw it still was locked, he again stated, I'm about to start shooting. Then he upped the gun. David told him, like, bro, don't shoot us. For what? This not our business. And Gregory, trying to calm the situation down, stated he not going to shoot. He just wants to leave. But seconds later, Samuel opened fire, hitting the 60-year-old customer, David, and Gregory before running out the door, in which Al Hassan had unlocked minutes ago without telling the customers. Samuel had ran back to his mother's car and they took off. The clerk was unharmed, behind the bulletproof glass. He called Detroit police, who responded to the scene to find David and the other customer hit but in stable condition. But unfortunately, 37-year-old Gregory would pass away from his injuries. As police talked to Al Hassan, they asked him, why would you lock the door with a man with a gun that was threatening customers? He stated that was the store's protocol for someone stealing. He also claimed he had unlocked the door but forgot to tell the customers before pointing Samuel out in a photo lineup. But the damage was already done. As Gregory's family got the news, they were heartbroken. How his life was taken by a person he didn't even know. His mother let it be known he was friendly, kind, and didn't bother no one. And now his kids had to grow up without their father, and her only son was gone. David spoke to the news about that day, saying they only stopped to grab a few things. They didn't realize the clerk and Samuel were going back and forth until he locked the door. He stated he pleaded with Samuel not to shoot, but he did anyway, and now his best friend was gone. As a warrant was put out on Samuel, he was MIA, but more attention would come against the gas station and its policies. Police discovered it was being ran without a business license, and it was shut down a few days later. Samuel was eventually located in the passenger seat of a car by his sister's house, where he was hiding out at. He was taken into custody, charged with first-degree hit, 2 attempts, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. At his first court appearance, he pleaded not guilty because of mental health reasons, even though the whole incident was caught on camera. But the community wanted more. As Gregory was laid to rest and people were able to let the situation sink in about what really happened, community leaders argued the fact Al Hassan should also face some kind of consequences because he escalated the situation behind the bulletproof glass. As a man told him he was about to shoot everybody in the store, locking them in against their will. They're not even telling them he unlocked the door before Samuel started shooting. The plea for justice had worked. Al Hassan was charged with involuntary manslaughter for letting the situation get to that point over $3. A deeper look into the man's background also showed he was out on bail himself for a road rage incident and assault where he himself upped the gun on somebody. His attorney let it be known he was only following store protocol and he didn't know all of this would take place. He was held on a $200,000 bond. The owner of the store didn't want to speak, but did make a statement saying he helped pay for Gregory's funeral. David filed a lawsuit against the store, and it seemed like Samuel and Al Hassan would be prosecuted. But during another court case of the clerk, the judge let it be known he knew it wouldn't be a popular decision and the community would get mad, but he was going to lower the young man's bail and release him on a box because he felt he wasn't a threat to society. Even though he had a pending case already, he was released on a second bond. This made people angry, as they felt in any other situation, or if the shoe was on the other foot, if Gregory locked him and his peoples in, he would have still been in jail. But the charges against Al Hassan wasn't dropped. After everything, Gregory's mother spoke out again on how now she had to be a mother and a grandmother to 2 of his kids. She reminisced about how her son would spend all day with her on Mother's Day, and now she wouldn't have that, all because a man was mad about a declined purchase. As of now, both Samuel and Al Hassan are awaiting trial, and the city of Detroit has banned the policy of a clerk being able to lock customers in a store. Rest in peace to Gregory. I send my prayers and condolences to his family, most importantly, his mother and kids, but also his homie David, who had to witness that and was also a victim himself. I pray they get the strength to heal. Samuel is the prime example of the type of people I was talking about earlier. No regard for others or their lives. Because he was mad, he wanted everybody to feel it in the worst way possible, shooting strangers, when really you are mad about your card declining and at the clerk. It's crazy and really doesn't make sense. As far as the clerk, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Should he have been charged? Did he play the situation right? Or was he dead wrong for holding innocent people in the store against their will with an angry, trigger-happy man? And is he just as guilty? And remember, we gotta succeed not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, this was a crazy story. Rest in peace to Gregory. Like I said, I send my prayers to his family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all definitely let me know what y'all think in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of Hood Tales. This your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.